Hey, what's going on YouTube? Velocity Smith 81 back at it again for another episode of Random Pack Rebuilds. This is going to be episode 8. And as you can see here, we do have 2 packs of Illusions, a pack of Mosaic still, and then we do have the 2 blaster boxes. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we get. And then we'll go ahead and rip it up and then we'll put it in the game. You guys know how that works. So let's go ahead and head over to the spinner here. And we'll go ahead and see what we get here. All right, slowing down. Looks like we're going to get Score Blaster Pack. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take the score here. And we're going to go ahead and rip a pack. See how many there are, and then we'll random number generate for which one we're going to be taking here. All right. Finally opening up one of the blasters here. Now these do have 22 cards per pack. So, and what's great is that these these also have, legendary players in them as well. So that could actually kind of cool. They also have numbered cards that are available. So there are a lot of different possibilities with this blaster on what we're going to be able to run here. All right, let me go ahead and put them down here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 score packs here for this blaster. So let me go ahead and set it up here real quick. And then we'll go ahead and get that going. There's a random number generator here to 6. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. It's going to give us pack 6. All right, so that's pack 6 there. I'm going to go ahead and put these back here for next week. All right, so we got pack 6 for it's a Random Pack Rebuilds episode 8. So of course we already do have the Jets in the series here, and we also have the Steelers. So hopefully not one of them are the first card. But if they are, we'll just head over to the next card. So let's go ahead and see what team we're going to be getting here. You guys know the deal now. And we're getting the Dallas Cowboys with legendary Deion Sanders. Oh, okay. There's a good start to a pack. So we're going to get the boys and legendary primetime Deion Sanders. Awesome. All right. Let's go and see how else is going to come to the boys. We're going to get Devin McCourty. That secondary is already really good. Miles Sanders. Baker Mayfield is coming over. I don't know if he's going to take over Dak as the starter, although Dak is actually on the Steelers currently. So we'll have to see who's going to play for the... Oh my goodness. They're also going to get legendary Barry Sanders. So you're going to get Deion Sanders and Barry Sanders on the Cowboys. Oh, okay. Oh boy. All right. And Christian McCaffrey. Okay. And legendary Earl Campbell. Man, this team is going to be stacked already. Holy moly. All right. Chris Godwin. So we're looking at receivers now. Von Miller off the edge. This Cowboys team is going to be one of those like unbeatable teams. Patrick Mahomes. Okay, with legendary Barry Sanders. Yeah, this just got real. Patrick Mahomes. Okay. I believe Patrick Mahomes is going to be your starter. Tyler Lockett. Trayvon Moehrig. All right, and then here's some of your rookies here. Alec Pierce, which I believe was on one of the other teams. Not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure we had Alec Pierce on one of those teams. So he'll be coming over here, and he'll be getting a +4 since this is a regular base with the rookie. Kennedy Brooks is going to be the rookie running back, getting the +4. Matt Corral is going to be coming as a +4. Fidarian Mathis, rookie. Wandale Robinson, rookie. Rashad White, rookie. And if it couldn't get any better, it just did. Legendary Peyton Manning is going to be on this Cowboys team along with Patrick Mahomes. But legendary Peyton Manning. Okay. And we also have Mac Jones. Since it's an insert and a base, or an insert and a vet, so it'll just be a +2 for Mac. And then we have this huddle up card here for the Rams. Not sure what we're going to do about this one. Although we could say that the score pack that the Rams would be the team, but we've already, established that the first card is what's pulled is the team. And then we've got a Jahan Dotson, and that's the score gold on the back. You can see that gold foil. So the Jahan Dotson gold. That one I'm actually going to put a sleeve on. So Jahan Dotson would come over so this is a rookie. It's also a parallel, and it's a insert, right? So this would be a +7 Jahan Dotson. All right. So let's go ahead and go over that pack one more time. And holy moly, this is going to be a good one. So we got the +7 on the Jahan Dotson. We did get the Mac Jones. So this will be a +2 for legendary Peyton Manning coming on the Cowboys. Rookie Rashard White getting the +4. Wandale Robinson getting the +4. Fidarian Mathis getting that +4. Matt Corral the +4. Kennedy Brooks, and also Alec Pierce the +4. Also getting Trayvon Moehrig, Tyler Lockett, Patrick Mahomes, Von Miller, Chris Godwin, legendary Earl Campbell, Christian McCaffrey, legendary Barry Sanders, Baker Mayfield, Miles Sanders, Devin McCourty, and primetime Mr. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, out there for the Colorado Buffaloes now. So, all right. So, what do you guys think? You think they're going to make the Super Bowl with that team? I think that's a high probability. Although they have no competition in the NFC yet, but they are going to have to deal with, the Jets that are in this in the rebuild series now, and the Steelers are also there. They're not going anywhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and put them in the game and see what we got.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Random Pack Rebuilds. This is going to be episode 8, Dallas Cowboys, and you guys saw the pack. It's absolutely monstrous. Let's go ahead and check out the lineup here. So with the pack that we got, we had a lot of hard decisions. So here we're going to have Peyton Manning start, since he is the legendary Peyton Manning. We did have Patrick Mahomes in that pack. He's also a 99. But we got legendary Peyton Manning starting. We're going to have to do that. We also got Barry Sanders in that pack, along with Earl Campbell, who will also be our fullback, and Christian McCaffrey, along with Rondale White. So starting wide receiver, we're going to have Alec Pierce as a starter, and Jahan Dotson here are going to be your two 99 speed wide receivers. Also in that pack, we did get Tyler Lockett. We also got Chris Godwin. And we also got Wandale Robinson. Now, CeeDee Lamb is also on this team, but he's just as the 5 currently. Now, defense, we did get some help there. We did get Von Miller here as a 96 coming off the edge with DeMarcus Lawrence on the other end. Of course, we do have Micah Parsons here, but the big name that we did get was going to be primetime Deion Sanders as a 99 overall at the boundary there. We also got Devin McCourty here at free safety and Trevon Morig at strong safety. So a very good secondary, very good pass rush. This team is going to be very hard to beat going forward because, again, these teams are going to stay. Now, I did check the schedule. They don't play the Jets or Steelers, so we're not going to have to stop play to watch anything like that. But let's go ahead and jump into this first game and see how this team rolls. So it's going to go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the first game here. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Of course, we're going to watch the first 2 series here, as we always do, and then just go ahead and get into, the playoffs. We'll just sim it out there. Again, guys, if you guys like this kind of content, I always like to remind you guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss another episode. So let's go ahead and see how this works, guys. Again, this is a lot of fun to make. I really do like this series, and I hope you guys like it too.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and slow it down here, and we're going to watch the first 2 series, guys.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run again with Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It's a second down run with Sanders. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. Throwing on first down is Manning. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Manning. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Manning now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Manning going to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Alec Pierce with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
All right, so the Buccaneers do go 3 and out. The Cowboys do drive all the way down the field and do get the opening drive touchdown. Let's go ahead and sim out here, guys, to the rest of the game here. So Dallas now up 14-0. Tampa Bay does get a field goal. Dallas another touchdown, 21-3. They're just piling it on now, 28-3. 28-10 now, 35-10. Man, they are just piling it on at this point. I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop this team. 49-10, guys, in the now fourth quarter. 49-17. Now 2 minutes to go. Tampa Bay does not score.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Cowboys, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
And that is your final score. The Cowboys do defeat the Buccaneers 49-17 as the final score. Peyton Manning did end with 281 yards and 4 touchdowns, while Joe Flacco had 248 yards and 1 touchdown. Barry Sanders did have 19 carries for 172 yards on the ground. Alec Pierce had 7 receptions for 83 yards, and Jahan Dotson had 2 receptions for 44 yards. So quite the opening game here in episode 8 here for Random Pack Rebuilds. So we're going to go ahead and skip to the midseason point and kind of see where everybody is at that point. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're simming to mid-season here. Again, guys, I really do like making this series. It's going to be fun to see how this all shakes out and all these other big teams that we're making. Again, with all these legendary teams and such, you know, they are going to be staying in the game going forward. So this Cowboys team is definitely going to be, you know, one of the best teams in this series. Unless we get another big pack. But it all has to do with what pack we get, right? That's all the part of the randomness in it. So looks like the Dallas Cowboys do start the season 7-0. So it looks like they may be locks for the playoffs at this point. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. Again, if you guys do like this type of content, the algorithm knows only one thing, and that's that like button. So please go ahead and smash that out for me. Again, comment down below any type of, suggestions you guys have or anything you guys like to see. Or if you just want to say, hey, this is a really cool series, go ahead and put that down below as well. Lets me know you guys like this type of content. All right, so end of week 18, the Cowboys go 17-0 into the playoffs. 17-0, so a perfect season by this Cowboys. 95 offense, 91 defense, 91 overall. Let's go and look at the bracket. And again, they are the 1 seed coming into this year's playoffs. Let's go ahead and go and see all the stats. The first time we've had a 17-0 team. So it's Burrow, Rodgers, and Heineke actually do round out the passing leaders. Barry Sanders, Derrick Henry, and Javonte Williams are the rushing leaders there. Receiving leaders are going to be Cooper Kupp, Chris Olave, and Stephon Diggs. Sack leaders are Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and Max Crosby. Interception leaders are going to be Jair Alexander, Jabril Peppers, and Derwin James, while your tackle leaders are going to be Bobby Wagner, Denzel Perryman, and Matt Milano. All right, now going to go ahead and look at the yearly awards here. Peyton Manning is going to be your MVP, again with a 17-0 record for the Cowboys there. Barry Sanders actually does come in number 6 as well. So both the legendary, players there definitely chipping in. The Coach of the Year goes to Robert Saleh and not Mike McCarthy. You would think Mike McCarthy would get the Coach of the Year, but Robert Saleh for the Jets, our last week's pack, gets the Coach of the Year. So NFC Offensive Player of the Year is going to go to Cooper Kupp. Barry Sanders comes in at number 2. Peyton Manning comes in at number 3. Alec Pierce comes in at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aiden Hutchinson as a rookie. Nice one there for Aiden. DeMarcus Lawrence comes in at number 4. Von Miller comes in at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Christian Watson of the Green Bay Packers. Pierce comes in at number 2. Jahan Dotson came in at number 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Aiden Hutchinson of the Lions. Of course, he was also Defensive Player of the Year as well. Darren Bland of the Cowboys gets it at number 7. Best quarterback goes to Peyton Manning. Best running back went to Barry Sanders. Earl Campbell actually also came in at number 7. Best wide receiver went to Cooper Kupp. Alec Pierce comes in at number 3. Tyler Lockett comes in at number 8. Best offensive lineman goes to Chris Lindstrom of the Falcons. Zach Martin comes in at number 2. Tyler Smith comes in at number 5. Best defensive lineman went to, Aiden Hutchinson. Who thought that wasn't going to happen? Especially being Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. DeMarcus Lawrence comes at number 3. Von Miller came in at number 4. Best linebacker went to Rashawn Gary of the Packers. Micah Parsons comes in at number 9. Best defensive back went to Jair Alexander of the Packers. Best cooker went to Eddie Pinheiro of the Panthers. So, alright, so there you go, guys, for the yearly awards. So the Cowboys did have the number 1 offense and the number 7 defense. So the number 1 offense and the top 10 defense, not too terrible. Let's go ahead and look at the stats here. Peyton Manning does get 5,000 yards, 54 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions with a 76 completion percentage, quarterback rating of 134.4. Holy moly. Barry Sanders does Barry Sanders things. 1,925 yards and 19 touchdowns. Campbell also clocked in with 737 yards and 16 touchdowns of his own. Look at Peyton Manning, 159 yards and 2 touchdowns for himself. Christian McCaffrey also gets 66 yards and 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Alec Pierce, Lockett, and Dotson all had 1,000 yards. Pierce did have 15 touchdowns. Lockett came in with 14. Dotson came in with 5. Schultz also clocked in with 837 yards and 3. Barry also comes in with 5, 15, and 11. All right, so on the defensive side, Lathan Madarash is going to be your tackle leader, 146 tackles, leading the team. TFLs is going to go to DeMarcus Lawrence for 20. Osa Adegzua went and got 14. Von Miller himself got 12. Your sack leader is going to be Von Miller with 17.5. Lawrence comes in with 15, and then 10.5 goes to Micah. Interception, McCourty had 3, while Van Der Esch, Hooker, and Dion had 2 apiece. Fumbles, you had 2 from Hooker, 1 from Diggs, 1 from McCourty, and then all of them were recovered. Did we have any touchdowns? We did. Deion Sanders did have the only defensive touchdown. And it's been the only defensive touchdown that I've seen so far in these rebuilds. So Deion gets the first one. So don't want to throw at Deion Sanders. All right, so let's go ahead and sim out here and see who we're going to be playing in the next round. So we're going to be playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go ahead and check out the bracket here. So we are the 1 seed going up against the 5 seed Eagles. Packers are going to be taking on the Panthers on the AFC side. The Jets are going to be playing the Ravens, and the Chiefs are going to be playing the Browns. So the Steelers actually, which was our episode 6 pack, ends up falling to the Browns. And of course, our episode 7 pack, the Jets were the 1 seed in the AFC. Let's go ahead and see how this game turns out for the Dallas Cowboys here. How far do you think you're going to go, guys? Do you think you're going to make it to the Super Bowl? We'll have to stay tuned and find out.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and sim through this here, guys. Let's go ahead and see how it all shakes out, guys. All right, so 0-0 first quarter here. Philadelphia with the ball. They do get 3. Dallas just strikes, gets 7. Now up 10-3. Now it is now tied 10-10 now in the second quarter. Philly takes the lead 13-10. Dallas does tie it up there right before half. Dallas now a couple quick touchdowns here. Now 34-13 now in the third quarter. Now in the fourth quarter here, Dallas again 41-13. 41-20 now. 48-20 now, Dallas.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
All right, and that is your final score, 48-20, Dallas Cowboys over the Philadelphia Eagles. Peyton Manning did end with 284 yards and 1 touchdown, while Jalen Hurts had 241 and 0. Barry Sanders had 11 carries for 67 yards. Pierce had 4 receptions and 44, while Dotson had 4 receptions and 35. And the Dallas Cowboys do move on in the playoffs here, heading to the NFC Championship. We'll have to see who they're going to be facing on their way to the Super Bowl here. Can they punch their ticket? That is the question. Let's go ahead and get that answered here. So advancing the week here, they're now going to be facing the Carolina Panthers. Let's go ahead and look at the bracket here. So in the NFC Championship, you do have the 1 seed Cowboys and the 3 seed Panthers. AFC, you've got the 5 seed Chiefs, and that's without Mahomes and without Kelsey, because Kelsey's on the Steelers, along with the Ravens there. So the our last pack Jets do fall to the Ravens. So here we go, Cowboys and Panthers for the NFC Championship. Let's go ahead and see who comes out on top here. Again, 17-0 so far. Can they run the gauntlet and be the first undefeated team for our Random Pack Rebuild Series?
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys.
right, let's go ahead and sim forward here and see how it all turns out. All right, so first quarter here, still 0-0. So Dallas does get a field goal, now a touchdown, up 10-0. Carolina does respond with its own field goal. Dallas gets another field goal, up 13-3 now, 16-3 now for the Cowboys. Carolina does get the field goal. Dallas now boiling it on here, now 23-13, fourth quarter, 30-20. Carolina's trying to come back, but Dallas does score up like 10. And that's the game.
America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, they are going back to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
And that is your final score. Dallas does defeat Carolina 37-27. Peyton Manning did have 319 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Sam Darnold had 295 yards and a touchdown. Barry Sanders ended the game 12 carries, 115 yards. Alec Pierce 10 receptions for 118 yards. And Dotson 7 receptions for 71 yards. So the Cowboys punched their ticket and they're on their way to the Super Bowl. Can they complete the undefeated season? We're gonna have to check that out. Let's go ahead and get it simmed up to the Super Bowl here. All right, so we're going to be going against the Baltimore Ravens, the 7th seed. So let's go ahead and look, get one last look at the lineup here before we head into the Super Bowl here. Again, we will watch the first 2 series, but we did have Peyton Manning as our starter along with Barry Sanders. We did have Alec Pierce and Jahan Dotson as our wide receivers, along with Lockett and Goodwin down here. On defense, you did have Von Miller. We did have Dion coming in at a 99. We also had McCourty in that pack, along with Trayvon Moore. So definitely some help here. This time with that defensive help. Defense is always going to help out. Let's go ahead and get to the Super Bowl here, see who wins. And can Dallas complete the undefeated season?
Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 57. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. And they've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so. And now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And to your point, we have to remember that Baltimore Ravens history starts in 1996 when the Browns moved from Cleveland. Since then, they've won the Super Bowl twice, number 47, as you mentioned, and also Super Bowl 35 in Tampa over the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, the Cowboys have had some ups and downs since their last Super Bowl appearance, but they're back for the 9th time, trying to win number 6 and tie the Patriots and Steelers For the Cowboys, their last Super Bowl title quite a while ago, January of '96.
And those were great teams. Jimmy Johnson was their head coach, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, all Hall of Famers. They were known as the Triplets. But then you go further back to those great teams in the 70s, led by Hall of Fame coach Tom Landry, Roger Staubach at quarterback, Tony Dorsett at running back. Those were great teams as well. This one, trying to create their own identity.
All right, so let's go ahead and slow it down and watch the first two series here.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
We've seen Lamar Jackson dance all over defenses throughout the regular season, but this is the first time we've seen him stepping up to the Super Bowl spotlight. You always thought you'd see him get here at some point. In fact, on draft night, he told us he was bringing a Super Bowl to Baltimore.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Back near the goal line, here's Manning. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A very solid gain of 27.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that's complete to Sanders. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Ravens ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off at the end.
All right, so both teams get the ball. Both teams don't score. So we're going to go ahead and see what happens here for the rest of the game. So still first quarter. Dallas does get a field goal. Baltimore does score with a touchdown. Dallas strikes right back with a touchdown of their own. Up 10-7 now in the 3rd quarter. Dallas does strike again, up 10 now, 17-7, now 24-7. Now here in the 4th quarter, what can Baltimore do? Dallas does get another touchdown and looks like it's over.
And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
All right, so Dallas are your Super Bowl champions, and they do complete the undefeated season over the Baltimore Ravens, 34-10. Manning, your Super Bowl MVP, gets 314 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Lamar Jackson ends with 255 yards and 0 touchdowns. Barry Sanders did have a good game, 19 carries, 110 yards. Alec Pierce, 3 receptions for 25 yards, and Jahan Dotson had 1 reception for 12 yards. So there it is. The Cowboys do win the Super Bowl, complete the undefeated season. So that's going to be our first undefeated season here on Random Pack Rebuilds. And now the Cowboys are going to be a problem for any other team that we create going forward. They may be the favorite going in, so we'll have to see how that all plans out. So here is your season recap. Again, Cowboys do win. Peyton Manning is your Super Bowl MVP. For the awards, you did have Manning as your NFL MVP as well as Super Bowl MVP. Coach Robert Saleh got Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp, Offensive Player of the Year. Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year. Christian Watson, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Rookie of the Year. So there you have it. Thanks again, guys, for being here. If you guys made it this far, again, like, comment, and subscribe. The algorithm does only know that like button, and it's the only way to know that that you guys like this type of content. So please smash that like button. And again, if you made it this far, thank you very much. And keep those packs ripping. And you guys have a good night. Bye.